What is going on, Movie Meals? Movie Meals. Thank you, Movie Meal patrons. Getting it right off the bat here because I forgot in the last video. Kimberly and Karen, you guys are amazing. If you want to join that merch, all linked down in the description. Go check out our reaction to Don't Worry, Darling. It's up on the channel. We got reviews of some great movies out right now, all on the channel. Go check it out. Follow us on TikTok, things like that. Speaking of my TikTok, I just put up a TikTok of my top 10 TV show, live action TV shows of all time. If you're interested, go check that out. I'll link down in the description, baby.
Hey.
But here we are, the immeasurable weight of massive talent.
So close.
It's a lot of talent. What I missed? What I messed up there?
Unbearable.
The impossible weight of incredibly well done Nick Cage talent. We're here to talk about it. So let's get into it. Kyle, what were your positives, non-spoiler review, of the unbearable weight of massive talent? Maybe it could add a better name.
Well, whether it needs a better name or not, overall, I was able to enjoy this movie. I think it did well on its premise. That the premise is that it's set in a fictional world and it's kind of being self-aware about Nick Cage as an actor and the career of Nick Cage as an actor. And I think it does so. It does very well on doing so with that. It doesn't feel like it ever tries to force itself of reminding the audience, like, hey, this is about Nick Cage. Hey, here's a reference. Hey, you guys have seen Ghost Rider, right? Here's a reference. Like, it doesn't. It's not try. It's not try hard when it comes to being referential to Nick Cage, but it does a really good job at almost telling a, I guess, melancholy type story for Nick Cage, the actor, to show. That there are people who are appreciative of him, whether it's movies that he has excelled in, whether it's, movies or things about his life that he has been in on the joke about with in the past. But it just really does a good job at treating the actor with some respect, but at the same time, it does a really great job at being a comedy. And it really works well once he and Pedro Pascal are paired off with each other. And Pedro Pascal almost steals the movie. And I think Nick Cage is kind of okay with that. Like, Nick Cage was still able to be Nick Cage, but Pedro was able to match him so well that I feel like Nick Cage was like, all right, pal, like you deserve it. Just go with it. And I'm going to follow right behind. But Pedro also plays a character that I thought was going to be as crazy as this fictionalized version of Nick Cage was going to be. But he's more of a timid character, despite having like the power that he has in this movie as like a wealthy character. But it was a nice twist for the character, in my opinion. It made the character much more likable, and it made a nice balance between Nick Cage and Pedro's character. But it also had touching moments between the two about their love of movies, and it actually had some really good things to say about how movies can be so meaningful to all types of people, no matter what type of movie it seems to be. And that part, it wasn't really explored that much. It's part of the story though, and it just works enough to where it made me happy. Like, it felt like whoever these filmmakers were, I don't have them off the top of my head, unfortunately, but I think they did a good job with telling a good comedy, but also paying respect to I don't know, some parts of the film industry and Nick Cage, the actor.
I adored this movie. I adored it. I had a blast. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a while. I love the premise. It's the marketing sold you on Nick Cage meeting a super fan is really what that is. Nick Cage meeting a super fan. And in reality, it's got a lot more to it than that. And I really appreciated that. Pedro Pascal, I mean, he's right there with Nick Cage. I mean, the both of them are amazing. I'm so glad people are finally starting to see what range he has, because I mean, people obviously love him from Game of Thrones. He's in The Mandalorian, but his face is covered. So for some reason, people are like, he's not acting, even though he is in the suit quite a bit. But he's funny. He's charismatic. He can do drama. He can do it all. This movie had a lot of heart, had a lot of laughs, and I was here for all of it. I mean, there were some laugh out loud, like I can't contain how hard I'm laughing moments. And I really enjoyed that. And then there's heart that hit at the end of the movie that I wasn't expecting. I had a blast with this movie. Kyle, what are your negatives?
There's an aspect to this movie where it's shown in the trailer that he has to work for the FBI or the CIA.
Never saw that trailer.
Oh, did it not? Oh, well, I don't know then. But there is a part of that to this storyline that
I probably did.
I don't know. It felt generic. I mean, it wasn't like a comedy that was, the most unique thing I've ever seen, but the angle that they were going at with like the spy aspect, it kind of felt like it was feeling like it needed to have another hook for like audiences who weren't there to see Nick Cage, but like for audiences who, just want to see a comedy in general. And that aspect of the movie, it just didn't work for me. Like it wasn't the entertaining parts of what I found to be the most interesting. And the two FBI agents, the two comedians. I know Tiffany Haddish is one of them. I'm forgetting who the other guy is. I think it's Ike Baron Arowitz or something like that. They're fine, but they don't really do much for really winning me over in the storyline that they're involved with. And I don't know, that part was kind of a letdown to me. It just didn't. It felt like two different movies. Although I will say, like it kind of goes hand in hand with some of the complaints that Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal's characters have in terms of what movies do and don't do. And there was something there to it, but overall though, I just didn't like that aspect of the movie.
Oh, I couldn't disagree with you more. I thought it all flowed, worked, made sense, was funny. I had a blast doing it. I don't have a negative. I enjoyed the movie start to finish. Is it a perfect movie? No. Is it a unique comedy? Yes, because it's about Nick Cage. Super fan. I've never seen that before. Unique to me. So I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really funny. I'm here for it. If you're a fan of Nick Cage, you like this movie. If you're a fan of Pedro Pascal, you like this movie. And if you're a fan of comedy, I think you like this movie. But guys, what do you think? Comment below. Let us know. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Thank Meal Meal patrons. Go get some merch. Go check out that TikTok. All that good stuff. And as always, thank you for watching, Mom.
See you guys.